What's up, girls? I just read F. Scott Fitzgerald's short story, Diamond as Big as the Ritz. It's a 1922 short story. It's a little bit satirical. It's a little bit surreal. It's about a boy from Hades who goes to an elite boarding school called Midas and meets some ultra-rich kids. One named Percy invites him to come back to his place in Montana for the summer, and he goes there, and it's like he lives on a mountain that's made out of a diamond. Percy basically says, it's been a secret in his family for generations that they found this diamond, and they've been able to conceal it from the U.S. government so it's not seized and monopolized. Blah blah blah, and then it kind of becomes like revealed that John, the protagonist, is going to be killed at the end of the summer when he tries to leave because they can't possibly have him tell anybody. It is not F. Scott Fitzgerald's best short story or his best writing by any means. The structure's like super loose. It feels like he's kind of just writing it to kind of like explore. He's writing these kind of larger than life descriptions of this made up house on top of a diamond, and it almost feels like he's kind of like writing about like a fantasy of his, and then of course that fantasy ends up being kind of dark and oppressive. Turns out the family has tricked a lot of Southern black people into believing that slavery still exists in the United States, and has them working at the house full time. And then the dad is also kidnapping anyone who happens to come across the house and is hiding them in a dungeon. So the story is about the oppressive nature of extreme wealth and how you lose all sense for morality and ethics by trying to preserve extreme wealth. But it's really not his best writing. Structurally, at the sentence level, it's just not his best, so it's kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm like in the minority for thinking that. It's almost like a little bit reassuring to me because I'm like, they're not all hits. And yeah, Diamond as Big as the Ritz, F. Scott Fitzgerald.